Hello and welcome to another episode of MacStories Unwind. I'm John Voorhees, and with me is Federico Vitici. Hey, Federico.
Hello, John. How are you?
It's been quite a week. I'm doing fine. It's been quite a week for you leading up from our
Yes.
last episode of MacStories Unwind. And little did you know that within 24 hours, you would be nursing one of your poor dogs back to
Oh,
health.
yes. She's doing, thankfully, it seems much better now, but it's been a week. And poor Zelda, she's been through a lot already,
Yeah.
and she's gonna be fine. It's just, her stomach was upset. It's totally okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've been very busy. When you're dealing with a dog, because you cannot communicate like you can with
Right.
humans. There's a lot of guessing and a lot of testing and retesting going on. So
Yeah.
that and
A
a
lot
lot
of
of
back
sleep,
and forth,
a
back
lot
and
of
forth to the clinic and the vet.
lot of back and forth, and it always happens either at night or during the weekend or when it's a holiday. That's when dogs get sick. Like it's
Yes.
it's it's the only logical way that it happens. And a lot of sleepless nights, which is to say, I wanted to do some unwinding because I do feel like I deserve some unwinding.
I think you
After
do.
the iOS 26 review, it was like I was very tired
Yeah.
and I was very stressed, and I was like, yes, this is now my moment to finally relax. And then this happened, and I was like, yes, now I need to relax. But then of course I had to stay up a whole bunch of nights.
Yeah.
But I'll talk about that in a few minutes. I do have a list of things that I want to check out for
Right.
me, just some me time, which we can get to later.
Great. Great. Well, very good. Very good. Well, for our little unplugged segment today,
Okay.
I wanted to quiz you on some Southern foods because it's been a
Mm.
little while since we've talked about food. And by the way, I had a wonderful carbonara yesterday for
Oh,
lunch
nice.
at a local place. Very, very well
Okay.
done. Yeah, I
Okay.
just thought I'd let you know. I would suspect you would look at it and you would say, "Well, this is pretty Americanized, but it was still
Did
tasty."
it have cream in it?
No, it didn't. No, it was
Okay.
done in kind of the traditional way,
Okay. Okay.
but it was a little bit different, I think, than some of the carbonara I've had at other places. I couldn't really quite put my finger on it, but it was still quite good. In any event, I was thinking the other day because one of my all-time favorite Southern dishes that I mean, you can get it kind of anywhere, but it's really big down here because we live near Georgia, which is pecan country, where
Hmm.
the trees are grown for the tree nuts that the pecans. I love a pecan pie. Are you familiar with pecan pie?
I've heard of it. You've mentioned it. You've mentioned that you like it. I've never had it myself. I know. I have. I know. I occasionally buy pecan nuts.
Okay.
I have never had the pie though. So
Well, if do you like pecans?
yeah, I do. I
Okay.
do. Yes.
I think if you like a pecan, and if you like a sugary pie, I guess
Yeah.
you would probably like this because it's very hard to describe what a pecan pie is. It's a
Yeah.
little bit
I'm
like,
looking at pictures.
yeah,
Looks nice.
the pecans are surrounded by what is a little bit like, I would almost say like a creme brulee. It's not
Mm.
creamy like a creme brulee. It's more it's caramely sugary
Yeah.
filling
Yeah.
that you put that the pecans sit on top of and bake in, and I love it. Jennifer does not like it at all,
Hmm.
for whatever reason, because she doesn't like flan, she doesn't like creme brulee, she doesn't like those kind of things. Um,
Interesting.
but I love the caramely taste of it with the nuts. That's the thing that I love.
Hmm.
So that's pecan pie. Maybe we've covered some of these. I don't think I've ever asked you about pimento cheese dip, have I?
The what?
Pimento cheese dip? Do you know what that is? There's no way you know what that is,
I
unless I told you.
well, a cheese dip sounds like a molten cheese, or where you dip in potatoes or vegetables. I don't know.
Well,
Pimento.
it's actually not molten.
Okay.
It-
I have no idea what it is.
all
I
right, so I'll
What's the
let you.
first word? What's the first word?
Pimento. So a
Pimento.
pimento is a kind of pepper.
Okay.
And pimentos, I think a lot of the reason this is a dish that you find around here, around North Carolina, is I think pimentos are grown in South Carolina. that's a big crop down there.
never seen this myself.
They
Okay.
are a mild pepper,
Okay.
and pimento cheese dip is a very unhealthy snack, which means it
Okay.
tastes quite good.
Okay.
It's typically like it's basically shredded cheddar cheese mixed with
Ah.
mayonnaise
Oh no.
and
No.
chopped up pimentos.
Oh boy, that's nasty. That's real nasty. Oh my
That's
god.
why I brought that one up, because I
Shredded cheese mixed with mayonnaise and this pepper. Ooh.
have you looked it up online?
It looks gross, first of all.
It does.
And I
It's
am
actually
oddly,
quite good.
I want to say, coming in hot from my adventures with the sick dog this
Oh yeah.
week. This kind of texture looks awfully familiar to me this
Oh
week.
boy. Oh boy. I know where you're coming from on that one. Yeah, it does. It does look a lot like that.
Oh my god, my word, that looks horrible.
But the original has pimentos in it. You can also get a spicier variety, and they have different kinds of varieties of it. I had never heard of such a thing until I moved down here. It's not something that I eat regularly because you eat a lot of that pimento cheese dip, it'd probably kill you pretty fast. But
My
uh,
god.
it is pretty good on a cracker, something
On a
like that.
cracker. On a
Yeah,
cracker.
on a
Okay.
cracker, on a cracker.
Yeah.
The last one, Federico, is
Hmm.
fried okra. We've probably talked about okra,
Fried
maybe.
okra?
Okra. Yes.
Is that OCRA?
OKRA.
Okay, okra.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So
Uh,
do
is
do
that
you want
even a word? Like, is that an acronym?
it's a vegetable.
An
It's a
okra is
vegetable. Yeah, it's a
okay.
vegetable. You
Let
should
me
look it
look
up.
up
Look it up.
okra.
Okra is it is a pod that you deep fry with a coating, and it's supposed to
What is
be
this? This is like an hexagonal zucchini. What?
kind of. They're if you look at them, if you find a picture, they're probably, I
What?
don't know, about the length of your finger. And I think they're pretty tough, which is why people deep fry them, because that makes them soft. And the AI overview from Google is telling me that it's a classic Southern dish known for its crisp coating and tender interior. And to achieve the best results and avoid a slimy texture, there are key steps in preparation. I think
Okay.
that if you cook okra, it naturally is kind of slippery and slimy, which is not a very appetizing food texture. So I
Do
think
you
that
cook the okra? Have you
do
done it
I do it
yourself?
personally?
Do
I've
you
never
do it
made okra.
personally? Okay.
No, I've never done it.
Hmm. Are you a cooking person? Like, do you cook
I
a
don't
lot?
enjoy cook. I actually don't enjoy cooking much, to be honest.
You
I
don't enjoy it,
do.
but are you good at it if you put in the skill and the time?
I'm okay at it, I would
Mm.
say.
Mm.
If you ask my family, they would probably say I'm bad at it. Just,
Who's good in the Voorhees family at cooking?
mm, I
Nobody.
don't. Calvin actually takes more of an interest
Yeah,
in it than anybody. Yeah,
interesting.
he'll like look up, he'll watch a lot of YouTube videos, look up recipes, and then like spend hours making something super simple. Whereas I'm all about, efficiency and
Now
speed.
for context, this is the same kid who years ago charred a burrito
Yeah, that's true.
in
Yeah,
your
that's a really good
oven.
callback. I think it was something like, I think the instructions were cook it for 4 minutes in the microwave, and he put it in for 40 minutes. And about maybe 15, 20 minutes into that process, the thing basically combusted inside the microwave because it had so much energy pumped into it, and it was black, and the plate was destroyed, and I had to literally take it outside and put it on the driveway
and the
because it
smell and the
smelled so
smell
bad.
but the
The
smell
whole
lasted for weeks, I
Oh, it
think, right?
lasted forever. I didn't know that charred tortillas and beans could smell so bad, but when combined with microwaves and a plate, it was horrible. The thing
Yeah.
was really hot. It
Yeah.
was literally on fire when I opened up the microwave oven. The burrito had flames shooting out of the top of it.
Yeah, that's when he realized, oh, I should get into cooking and watching
Yeah, yeah.
recipes.
I
Yeah.
should be more careful and read those instructions. That don't put an extra zero
Wow.
on the cooking. Yeah, that's
Anyway,
a
the okra. So the okra.
yeah.
Yeah.
The okra.
Never seen it myself.
I want to try the okra. I do want to try the okra. It looks like you chop them up, you coat them, you deep fry them. They're an appetizer essentially, a side
Mm.
dish. I'd like to try them. I haven't. I don't. I guess either I haven't been to any place that has them, or just wasn't into them. Didn't feel like trying them when I was there. So I'm gonna try okra sometime.
Okay. All right.
That's my thing.
John, thank you for the Southern food update.
All right. You're
I also
welcome.
have an update for you in that I don't have a pick because I haven't done much unwinding
No,
this
sounds
past
like it.
week. But I have a list, and I want to go over my list of my video game backlog for games that have come out in 2025 from the web service that I've been using for this called Backlogged. That's with two G's and a D at the end. Excellent service. Now, this backlog is not, I mean, let's be realistic. I will try a lot of games. I will not finish all of the games. I like to try them. I like to try them. Some of them are sticky enough for me to finish them. Some of them aren't, but I'm just glad that I tried them, because we have so many options these days, and I like to try stuff just to get a sense, just to get an idea of what's out there.
Yep.
So, in my list, obviously, just come out Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2, the remasters on the Nintendo Switch 2, which I actually think I'm going to play for a few minutes right after this.
I really want to hear what you think about that maybe next week on Unwind,
Yeah.
because I have been kind of on the fence with that game. It's like, do I want to play these games again, and how different are they? I know that there are some changes, but
I loved and finished Super Mario Galaxy on the Nintendo Wii back in the day.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Great.
I never played Galaxy 2. Never played Galaxy 2.
Yeah,
so
I've never played that one either.
I think I'm actually gonna start with Galaxy 2 because it's totally new to me. And you can play in 4K when you dock the Switch, so that's
cool.
That's
true.
Also, just come out Final Fantasy Tactics, the remaster. What's it called? The Evilist Chronicles, one of my favorite games of all time. That these are sort of the two that I'm gonna start next.
Yeah.
Two very different games. One is very much story driven, and the other is Super Mario. So
well, the Triple Click did a nice episode on tactics this week, which I listened to most of that episode. It's quite good.
Yeah, same. Now, obviously, games that I've already started, and so these are actually in my backlog. Hades 2, Donkey Kong Bonanza, and Silk Song. I don't think I will be able to finish Silk Song, but I want to play more Silk Song. I don't think I'm in the right mind space right now to really get into a you gotta get good game.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way about that right now.
But I still want to see more of it. And I think Hades 2 and Bonanza will be more up my alley right now, given where I'm at with my life and my schedule and sort of my video game taste. Then there are upcoming games that I'm keeping an eye on. Obviously, Metroid Prime Beyond. This is the game that I'm going to finish this year when it comes out in December. And Pokemon Legends ZA. This is also another game that I really want to play when it comes out in 10 days or so. In a couple of weeks.
When that was coming out. I can't believe
October
that's
15th, I think.
Oh,
something like that.
And Ghost of Yote is next week, I think.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna play Yote. That's
Have you seen the footage of it? It looks beautiful.
Looks beautiful. But I think right now, when it comes to the eye candy, I want to sort of treat myself. I mentioned Portal with RTX here on the show. I think the next game I'm gonna play just for the visuals, just for the pure eye candy and making me feel good about my gaming PC. I think I'm gonna start again and sort of dip in and out. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart on PC.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, because it's very colorful. I think it's gonna look great on the OLED.
It has a lot of good ray tracing in it.
Yeah,
I think it'd be perfect for that card. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I have a grab bag of smaller games. Sort of indie games that I want to check out when I have time. Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo.
Yep, still on my list too.
Despelote, which I think is published by Panic and story-driven.
Oh, yeah.
The black and white sort of sepia-themed game. Mika and the Witch's Mountain.
Oh,
This
I
is
haven't heard
like
of that one.
it's like a cozy sort of game. Yeah, and that's about it. I don't think I have it in me to finish and complete Mario Kart World. I think I'm just gonna dip in and out and do a few races when I want.
Yeah.
And likewise, Clair Obscure Expedition 33. I really want to get back into it, but I feel like I am more leaning toward putting in the time, with Pokemon and, Donkey Kong and Metroid Prime when they come out. So, it has been, I think my final part of the year will be very games focused.
Yeah.
I've been very focused on getting different work projects for MacStories off the ground in the first sort of like 9 months of the year, and I think the final 3 months of the year, I think I gotta pay more attention to my handhelds, to my gaming PC, and to playing games in general.
Yeah.
Also to find a better balance, with NPC and the things that we cover there, and I feel like it's sort of it's gonna be a good moment for me to sort of be on that trajectory with the A and Thor coming out,
I was just
and
about to say it is. I think your timing's perfect, really. I mean, this is,
I think my timing is good. So
yeah.
hopefully we'll be able to get these projects that we've been working off the ground so that I can, I've been neglecting video games a little
So
lately.
have I. So have I. I mean, it's the time of year. It's the end of the summer and
It
into the
always
reviews.
happens. It always happens.
Yeah, I haven't played hardly at all over the last 2 months, and I like
Exactly.
before Brendan and I recorded NPC this week. I signed back up for GeForce Now and started playing a game on there, and that's going to be one of the things that I do over the next couple months is really dip back into that. I guess Clair Obscure is compatible with the 5080 tier that they have now. Now, I was playing that game when it came out using Microsoft Game Pass. I'm no longer
Hmm.
subscribed to Game Pass, so I may have to pick it up on the Steam Deck because I really want to get a sense for what that 5080 gameplay is like on
Yeah.
GeForce Now.
Oh, it's gonna
So
look nice. Yeah.
I played Hell Is Us a little bit, which is a
Hmm.
5080 game, and it's not a game that I was familiar with. But the reason I picked that one, and listen to NPC for all the details, Excel in particular for all the details. But I picked that one because it doesn't play very well on the Steam Deck, and I wanted
Hmm.
to see like kind of what I could squeeze out of a
Yeah.
5080. All right, so two picks from me. The first one is Slow Horses on Apple TV
Okay.
Plus. You need to watch this show sometime, Federico,
Yeah,
because
I
we're
do.
already at like season 5. All right, and
Hmm.
these, unlike a lot of shows, I think Slow Horses really has improved every single season. And so far, we're only 2 episodes into the season, but it's already, I can tell, going to be a blockbuster season. I mean, it
Okay.
opens with a very um, a very violent scene in London,
Hmm.
and one of the agents among the ragtag team of slow horses has been tagged for assassination by some mysterious group, and so there's a lot of action right up front, a lot of mystery, and running around in London trying to figure out who's up to this, what's going on, what's the agenda, and great season so far. So now that that's started, I would highly recommend watching that. I
Okay.
also have been trying to get back into catching up on a lot of music that's come out this year. And one band from Michigan, where I grew up, that I was familiar with and have always enjoyed, but has never had a full length album, came out
Hmm.
with their first album, which is Michigander,
Hmm.
which is what they call someone from Michigan. Michigander by Michigander. That's the name of the band too.
Hmm.
And it's a real the thing about Michigander is it's got fantastic, catchy tunes, great melodies, really upbeat. It's started by Jason Singer, who lives in Michigan and has done a bunch of EPs and singles over the years. They show up a lot on Apple Music, indie and alternative playlists, and it's just great to actually have a full length album of like 40 minutes of Michigander now. And I've listened to this thing 2 3 times already. It's got great tracks on, and I highly recommend checking it out. So
Nice. Okay.
That's it for my picks. You know what? I do not have an Unwind deal for us this week, Federico, and that's because Apple has got to get on it. They haven't had as many good deals lately. I think they're
Mm,
waiting for the holiday season. And I'm
mm,
not going to recommend something that I don't think is great. So I'm going to take a pass on it. But I am
okay.
going to suggest that everybody who's not following MacStories deals on Mastodon or Blue Sky ought to go do it because we're doing both picks of media, movies, and TV shows, as well as stuff that we find and like on Amazon. And we're getting very close to the
Hmm.
holiday season where there are going to be a lot more good deals on
A
Amazon.
lot of deals.
And I expect also that Apple will do a lot more with movie discounts and TV series and that kind of thing. So now is a good time to follow it. Check it out. We'd appreciate it. And with that, Federico, I think we are finished with another episode of MacStories Unwind.
Well done.
You need to get out there and start unwinding, sir. It's time for
Yes.
you to take it easy.
It is time for me to follow the titular podcast and unwind.
Yes.
it is
Do what's
it is
in the
time for
title.
it is time for me to MacStories unwind.
Yes. Leave the MacStories part alone. Just do the unwind part. MacStories isn't as unwind is. Anyway, that's it for this week. You can find us over at macstories.net and, of course, on social media where Federico is at Viticci. That's VITICCI. And I'm at John Voorhees. JOHN VOORHWS. Talk to you next week, Federico.
Ciao, John.